Hello, I'm Xander, this is David, and this is Due, an IEP compliance co-pilot that me and David built for the Ventura Challenge. For a quick heads up on how we're splitting this, I will be the one covering the problem and how the product basically works, and David over here will take over for the business side of things. Let's start with a number that kind of blew my mind, 8.2 million. That's how many kids in the US have a legally binding IEP or 504 plan right now. Basically, their school signed off on a promise to give them specific services like speech therapy or extra reading help. So what happens when a school signs that promise and just doesn't follow through? Turns out pretty much almost nobody is really checking. And that will break into two problems. And first of all, most parents can't even tell when it's happening. 63% of them say that they aren't familiar with IDEA, the law that's supposed to protect their kid, because the paperwork's written in dense legal language nobody teaches you how to read. And second, even when parents do understand it, schools don't always follow through anyway. Like in New York City alone, around almost 10,000 preschoolers miss their full mandated services in 1 year, mostly in the lower income section, Black and Hispanic districts. If you put those together, you will get an equity gap, a very silent equity gap. The families with the least time and money aren't the ones who can't really catch it. And that's the gap we built due to close. And it does two things that no other IEP app can do together. And first of all, it can translate and track. A parent will upload their kid's IEP once, and Due turns the legal language into plain English, pulling out everything measurable: services, minutes per week, goals, deadlines, second, audit and enforce. Every new report card gets checked against that IEP, and if the numbers don't match, Due flags it in plain numbers a parent can act on. And here is how it works. Here is what it should look like in practice. Say that the IEP promises around 480 minutes of speech therapy this quarter, but the school only delivered 200. Due catches that gap. The second the new report comes in, shows the parent exactly what's missing, and with one tap, drafts a formal complaint citing the exact law being broken. Honestly for the V Cube framework. This is all built on this is all built in three parts: our vision, our value, and our visibility. For our vision, every kid gets what they were legally promised, not just what a rushed meeting can't afford. Our value is what sets us apart. For example, most tools stopped at translating paperwork, but you actually audits it, recovering real minutes and dollars for families. And both only work because of visibility, where we reach families through the parent training centers and attorneys they already trust. And that is why this is so hard to copy. Vision gives Due a mission competitors don't have. We're not just explaining, we're enforcing. That's what makes advocates want to refer clients to us, because we're finally giving them real leverage. That leverage is our value as a startup, and it keeps building the trust that grows our visibility overall. A competitor could copy a translation feature in a weekend, but they cannot copy a mission, plus the trust that it will earn.
Thanks, Xander. Now I'll walk you through why this matters at a scale and how we build it. 8.2 million IEP students in the US today. That is a number that has grown every year for over a decade. And the worst gaps show exactly where advocates are least affordable. That's roughly an 8 million family market in the US alone, with comparable laws in the UK, Canada, and Australia down the road. For year one, we're focused on reaching a few thousand families through 5 to 10 parent training center partnerships. On revenue, we've got three paths, so we're never relying on just one path. Families get a free tier and a premium tier around $12 to $15 a month, which unlocks the full compliance ledger. Attorneys and nonprofits refer clients to us, and eventually, districts' licenses are audit dashboards themselves, catching gaps internally, which beats the lawsuit. We looked hard at what's already out there. Apps like IEP Compass and Highlighter already translate the paperwork well, but none of them can audit what was actually delivered against the legal minimum or auto draft something that's really enforceable. That gap is exactly what Due fills. Here's the path forward. Right now, the concept and ledger logic are fully designed. Over the next 3 months, we pilot with 2 to 3 parent training centers. From there, we launched the premium tier and our first advocate partnerships. By year two, we're building a compliance dashboard for districts. At the end of the day, every child is due what the law already promised them. What we're asking for today is your support to help us pilot Due with our first families this year. Thank you so much. We're Xander and David, and this has been Due.